Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Ketmia.
Welcome to the This and That Chat.
What are you saying?
You shifted your mic.
I did not.
This is every week.
Wait, can you hear me better now?
Yeah?
I did nothing.
I think it's just the way that you're talking into the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many weeks have we been doing this?
This is episode 19.
Wow. So
Is
for
it 19?
No, I don't even know. So for approximately 19
Episode 19.
Wow. So for 19 episodes, I have been struggling to find my place with the mic still.
Yes. And at the route that I'm going.
At
the rate that I'm going.
Wait, where is the route going?
At the rate that I'm going, I'm going to be laying down. I'm going to look like the people in WALL-E with a mic.
I still haven't seen WALL-E.
I know, but I'm getting like super comfortable. So now it's like my feet are up, the chair's rocking back.
Right, and you want to bring a camera.
Well,
You would not be able to sit like this in a camera. There's a certain specific way we would have to sit. We've been having this debate.
We're having this conversation on the podcast.
Dang. Yikes.
Uh-oh, that means it's gonna happen.
There's a possibility for everything to happen. So that could
Let's
be
ask that question.
20 years from now.
Do we ask that question?
It doesn't matter what the audience says.
What are you talking about? Of course it matters what they say. Oh boy.
That they are not going to convince me to come on
Then I'm not
camera.
going to ask the question because it's not going to be any fire for me.
Are you talking about like a poll?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. Of course, everyone's going to say, yes, record it. Because they probably want to see the facial expressions we make when we're laughing. That's what I would want to see.
It's insanity.
So.
Anyways.
Kind of like this week.
Yes.
For you.
Mm-hmm. So it's been raining a lot, which means that I get to play in the rain all day long, except it's not fun because I can't do my job.
How you do not have pneumonia or you're sickly all the time?
I must have an immune system that is built like a brick.
Yes. But that's like all of you. All of you. I don't know that I've ever actually stopped to consider how to describe you. If I had to describe you. But like there's so many aspects. You have brute strength. You do not lift.
Why do you get to use brute and not get questioned about it? And a couple episodes back, I said that my dad was like, brute. And you're like, what does that mean?
What? I didn't say, what does that mean?
Yes.
Well, maybe I meant like, what do you mean by that? Because people could take that wrong. If you only say brute, you're calling somebody dumb.
No.
Oh, let's look it up. Why do we continue with words?
Because that's our life.
That is our life.
So, hold on. I have to make this clear. This is a normal conversation between Ketmia and I.
That's what we do.
Yeah. She's always constantly correcting me. And
aha.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, Jinx. 1, 2, 3, Jinx. You owe me a Coke. Now, hold on.
Whoa.
Now you can't talk. This podcast has come to an end. Thank you for joining us today. What a mess.
You know why I don't abide by the laws of Jinx? Because I am a Jinx.
You are a Jinx.
Jinxes don't
we should talk
have
about
to.
that.
Yes. So let's go back to brute.
Oh God. Okay.
Brute
Here we go.
means characterized by an absence of reasoning or intelligence, aka dumb.
So that's where the Spanish word bruto comes
Probably, and that's probably Latin, where all Spanish originated. So when I say you have brute strength, right? Like you're not a person who lifts.
dumb strength.
No, I mean that doesn't translate the same way. But You don't lift. You're not a bodybuilder, right? That you could say, oh, yeah, I can bench press, blah, blah, blah. No. But I know if need be, you would be able to lift a car. I have
That's a bit
seen
much.
you. Huh?
That's a bit much.
No, I know you can.
No.
100% I know you can. And we're not going to do it because we don't want you to get a hernia or anything. But
Again.
but I have seen you do work like a beast of burden, a wildebeest.
What?
Beauty and the Beast.
God.
I feel like I'm doing word association.
You are.
I love tracing it like that, though. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Because you make a connection. I feel like there's like little parts of my brain that like light up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, ooh, connection.
And you have to, for you have to go through them all. Because otherwise they'll come out somewhere down the line and I'm going to be like, what are you talking about?
Yes.
Remember 3 days ago?
Yes.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to finish your thought.
I do.
So I just let you finish your thought.
Yes.
Like you just went from brute strength to Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
How you got there, I could not tell you.
I just told you how I got there.
Even you saying it, I still don't see it. But hey, hun, it works for you. Go for it.
And you kind of understand me. You have learned to decipher me.
No, I've chosen to just accept the stuff that you say.
That's
sometimes.
why you always are like, that's nice, dear.
That's nice, dear. It's true. Sometimes I just don't get it, but hey, you got to work through it.
Sometimes I feel like I ask questions that just pop into my mind because I'm a questioning kind of person. I'm so curious. I always have so many questions. If anyone knows me and I'm in a meeting or something where there's going to be a Q&A afterwards, those people know I'm going to have questions.
The thing is that you have to work out all the scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
And even in a situation like that where you're in a meeting, you in your mind are working through all these scenarios, which is the same reason why others know you as Jinx and Queen, because you jinx things because you have to go through the process of what if. So it doesn't matter what you do. What if this happens?
So a jinx is not a good thing, I don't think.
No.
No, a jinx is a bad thing. And that's the thing with me.
Did you think it was a good thing?
No, not exactly. No, I don't think I thought it was a good thing. But not like a curse either. But it's just like I'm bad luck.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
okay?
nothing good in that.
That's right. So if I'm bad luck, that means I will have bad luck.
Listen,
right?
I'm going to give an example. You call me at work. Okay? I'm literally running to make stuff happen, right? Because I've got a community that I'm taking care of. We've got the machines running, weed eaters over here, edgers over there, people running around. We're moving, we're booking. And you call me up and you're like, hey, hun, any rain today? And I'm like, no, thank God. Why did you open your mouth? I hang up the phone.
Lightning.
There wasn't a cloud in the sky.
So explain that. People are like, "Oh, that's just a coincidence."
No,
Anyone could have said it.
It's called a jinx.
It is.
And
Okay,
it
so
comes
I
from
am
you.
not a superstitious person.
Listen, there are times
Just
that
a
I have
little
not.
stitious.
There are times that I don't pick up the phone because I'm scared of you jinxing.
Okay, so
And then you send it as a text and
listen. Here's
there comes
here's
the rain.
thing, right? Here's the thing. There's so many things I don't say out loud because I don't want to put it out there. I don't want my words to take flight and for them to become real. Because throughout my whole life, people have said it's just a coincidence. You can't really jinx anything. But there are way too many coincidences that happen with me. And I can never say anything good is going to happen. I can't say I'm going to win $1 million. because you already know we won a free cruise, and it wasn't free.
Right.
Okay, I have zero luck whatsoever. Okay, you know what they say? How people are like,
Listen, you have to hit one eventually.
no, but that's the thing. I think that when I do hit it, it wasn't even when I wanted it, but it came in just at the right time.
You'll win a lollipop when you hit it.
You know,
Your good luck will be like, you've won a lollipop.
my good luck is that I could pick up the winning lottery ticket, right? And then it turns out that there's a whole scheme of fraud behind it, and everybody who won that number has to draw again. That's my luck. That's the kind of luck I have.
Your luck would be like in Bruce Almighty, that everybody wins and they all got like $3.
Exactly. That would be the time that I won the lottery. That's the kind of luck that I have. So there's many conversations. Like you say, I have to play out these scenarios in my head. There are many conversations that I have in my head that I don't vocalize because I don't want to say anything. Like there's some times where I've had like a bad feeling of, I don't know. I kind of feel like something might happen to Nikki's car, like at that very moment.
You're talking.
I'm sorry. But I meant like in that moment. I didn't feel it right now.
I know, but now you've said it. And
I've
she's
said
going to
it
work
now.
here in a little bit.
Oh, dear God. Okay.
Keep the phone beside you.
So these are these things, right? I don't say. But then like what you said about asking questions, right? There are some questions that I don't ask out loud. And then I ask in private to someone I trust. For example, yesterday in class, we were introduced to real numbers.
Wait. Say that again. Because it sounded different. You were introduced to the mathematical...
Oh, no. I'm saying it exactly how I heard it.
Okay,
I didn't hear mathematical expression. No, all I heard was, today we're going to talk about real numbers. And the first question that came in my head, thankfully only in my head, was, what are you talking about? Are there fake numbers? Why are you calling them real numbers? Okay. She talked about it for a little bit. I myself had to look up YouTube videos. I had to look up definitions. And pretty much what I understood from the whole thing is that real numbers are numbers. The end. So why on earth would you call it a real number? If there's a mathematician out there who has a different explanation for me, I want to hear it. Okay, because everything I saw on YouTube was not that. So I felt at that moment like asking in class, what is the opposite of a real number? And I didn't. Later, I asked you and I asked Nick, and both of you laughed at me, and both of you said, good thing you did not ask that in class. And I'm still sitting here wondering, why would someone make up the term real numbers if it's just numbers?
I don't know.
I don't know either. And I don't really care to know. That's the thing. But I do, I love hearing things like when people are like, why do they call a driveway and a parkway? Right? A parkway is like
something. Oh, right.
Where people drive.
Why is a parkway something that you drive on and a driveway something that you park on?
Right. Stuff like those kind of things. I invent questions like that in my mind. Before I even heard those things, I was questioning stuff like that.
Well, why do they?
But those are great questions, right?
Yeah.
For example, do you know what the word, since we are talking about words throughout like these past 2 months, right? Do you know what the word ambiguous means? Even if it's just like your own definition, kind of, you understand it.
Without ambiguous.
Wow.
No, ambiguous means like anonymous, right?
Anonymous? I don't know. Maybe it's a synonym. So before I look it up, ambiguous, if I were to define it, is like, it's not, it has like different meanings, or different interpretations, stuff like that. If something's ambiguous, it's not absolute or clear. It's kind of gray. Let's put it like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Okay.
That makes more sense to me.
Okay. So the real definition is...
I don't even know what definition they gave you anymore. I forgot.
You told me anonymous.
Anonymous.
So the definition is unclear or inexact because of a choice between alternatives has not been made. Kind of gray. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, wouldn't it make sense that the word ambiguous has more than one meaning?
It's kind of gray.
It's an absolute meaning for a word that means not absolute.
Why not, though?
That's my question.
I just think you're overthinker.
What about quicksand? It's slow.
No, it's not.
Do you sink quickly in quicksand? No.
If you move around, yes.
Slowly. Slow. They should call it slow sand. Why quicksand?
What else? What you got?
I don't know. That's all I have
That's
right
all
now.
you got right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want... Well, we can always look at the... Let me see if I say this word right. The
Etymology?
etymology.
Etymology.
E-T?
Yes.
Phone home. Etymology. I guess that would tell you why they're what they are.
Yeah. And you know, I've always been interested in stuff like that. I've always been interested in like where nursery rhymes come from or where sayings come from. I love all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm a curious person by nature. But I'm not I feel like we talked about this either in the last episode or the one before that about feeling pretty jaded and cynical also, right? And so I feel like just because I'm curious doesn't mean I take what people say, oh, that's it, that's the meaning of it. No, I want to know why.
Right.
And where did you get that information
from?
Right,
you go one step
further.
further.
I want to go like to the core of it. So like if people are like, aliens exist. No, they don't. I'm not curious at all about why do you think aliens exist. You think that the earth is flat. Okay, be you. Do you, boo?
Mm.
That I'm not curious about at all.
But the things that you are curious about, you dig in.
I do, and I am so grateful to have Google. Even though recently I've asked myself, can I even trust what Google's telling me? Too far, huh?
Yeah.
But after we watched The Social Dilemma, you kind of have to ask, can you really trust what you're looking up? Or are you just being told what the majority of people believe?
Well, the thing is, that's the problem.
Is
that the majority, whatever the majority believes to be true, is true.
That blows my mind.
Because well, look what happened. This actually... we always keep referencing back to The Office and stuff, but in The Office, there was an episode, and right now it skips my mind what episode it was.
Well, tell me and I'll tell you. Tell me what you dreamt, and I'll tell you what it meant. Where's that from?
I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wait. Aladdin.
Oh, my gosh.
No?
It's from Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's twice I've missed the Fiddler on the Roof this week.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Continue. What's the episode?
So in the episode, there was something. Oh, wait. It was Michael was giving Ryan tips for how to be a manager or for business. It was for
business school.
For business school.
Yeah.
And the people.
That was Ryan started a fire.
Yes.
That was
Ryan,
the
right.
day.
So they went and created a Wikipedia page with Michael's steps.
Really?
Yes. So much so that Wikipedia had to shut down the page. Okay? And when you type that in looking for that, it sends you to the episode
Really?
business school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that just goes to show the power of whoa.
It does.
What did I do?
So, but so, you know, like I just said right now, if somebody said, "Hey, aliens," no thank you, right? But if Morpheus comes to me and says, "Do you want to take the pill?" 100%, 1,000%, yes,
You
I
would-
want the pill.
Well, which pill?
The pill to wake me up,
And to be in the Matrix?
to understand that I was in the Matrix, because I didn't know I was in the Matrix. To me,
I
that
don't
makes
know.
more sense than
I
a
don't-
lot of things.
I don't know what I would choose.
Interesting.
And so my thought is,
Those are great movies, by the way.
I think I would take the pill.
To wake up?
Yeah, and then regret it.
Probably.
I would be like Cypher.
No, you would not. Why would you say that?
Well, he regretted it.
He's a betrayer.
Yes.
Regretting it.
There's difference, though. I
because
didn't
Neo
say
regretted it,
I
but
know.
then he accepted it. He did not become a betrayer.
I would be sitting in that chair and having them download stuff into my brain all day long.
I thought you said you would regret it.
I would, but if I'm there,
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be like, I know Kung Fu.
Oh my gosh.
It'd be pretty awesome.
So,
So going back to Jinx and Queen. How did-
Jinxing Queen. You didn't even say Jinxing Queen. Now you're saying Jinxing Queen.
We did.
I'm the Queen of Jinx.
I said Jinx and Queen.
Did you before?
Mhm. Anyways, how did you get that name?
I made it up.
Yes,
I
but
had to think about, for gaming purposes, right? For Discord and Twitch and all of these wonderful new platforms, I was creating a name and I was trying to think about like what name fits me, right? And can you believe no one had taken that name? Because no one exists that has named themselves that. And it is not the Queen of Jinx, it's Jinxing Queen, because literally that's what I am. So I think we talked about this way long time ago, that there's, streaming on Twitch and these people that we watch and everything, right? And so there's this one channel that we watch whenever they're live, and it's happened already several times that they're on like a hot streak. They're winning, they're ahead and everything. And I will say something about, I'm not feeling a win in this game.
is
and
this with Sam?
Yes, and they lose. And he will say, Jinxing Queen, why did you say anything? You jinxed us.
But it's true, though.
I know.
It's true,
But
though.
sometimes I blurt things out without thinking about consequences.
Yeah.
So,
your current name is Jinx and Queen.
yes. And that is on Discord. Not that anybody cares.
Right, but
But also,
I think that would be your name.
but my
carrying
username
over.
is Karma. Interesting.
Oh.
The connections.
Dun, dun, dun.
See, I do that without even thinking
That
about
is
that stuff.
insane.
That is so crazy.
That is insane. Wow.
And no one ever wants karma
No.
because it's bad.
And yet here you are.
Look at that.
I guess there's good karma and
No,
bad karma.
and want to hear one more connection?
Go.
So with the babies, right? I've always, I for years, because obviously our kids are grown. My sisters just had children. Like they're just turning a year old. Okay. So for years, I've had years and years to think about what I want to be called when I'm a grandmother and what I want to be called when I'm an aunt. Okay. And I finally was able to have my name used. I haven't heard them say it yet. I can't wait for them to be able to say it. But when the kids were born, I told my sisters, you teach them, my name is Auntie K. Auntie K for Ketmia, but also for Karma. Do you see that?
Oh, how the turntables turn.
We did have that conversation as well.
We did. So we've had different iterations for our gaming names. I'm currently Wisebeard.
Tell us about Wisebeard.
I have a beard and I'm wise. So, what better name?
Right, because the beard makes you wise. Like
Yes.
Samson's strength was in his hair.
Yes. My wise meter is in the length of my beard.
But the wise meter also grows with how many white hairs your beard has.
And they're starting to fill up.
The what?
It's starting to fill up with white.
Oh, I was going to say fall out. Yes. Yes, it's starting to fill up.
So, okay.
I love your name, though. I think it's so you.
I love it. I love it. And I know that it'll be with me for a long time.
But once upon a time.
Maybe I'll
What?
be Grandpa Wisebeard.
No, you won't.
Wisebeard. Oh, Wisebeard Grandpa.
What do you want to be called as a grandpa? So we can put it out here and the grandkids can hear it way before. I mean, right now they are stars. So they're going to hear it here first when they can listen to this.
Pops.
That's what you want. And
Yes.
I want to be called Meemaw.
Meemaw. Well, we're going to Pops and Meemaw's house. We went real country over here.
I love Meemaw. I
Pops
think
and
it's
Meemaw.
so cute. And since babies say mama, they'll be able to say Meemaw very easily.
What was our first gaming names?
I remember.
Okay, go.
Okay, I will say yours and you say mine to see who remembers the
I
most.
think you're going to say the wrong one.
Ooh. Now you have tricked me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, I'm going to go with Wheelman.
It isn't.
What is it?
It was... Wasn't it I Guess I?
No. Those were just playing around.
I know, but it was before that. The Wheelman was the first one.
Let's talk about the real...
The Real Reels?
Yes, the real
Okay.
reels that actually stuck around.
Okay.
Isn't there a store called Real Reels?
I don't know.
Okay, moving on.
So I guess my real first gaming name was Wheelman. And I got that because of Halo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Ketmia and I got really into gaming.
I feel like I had
10 years ago?
Yeah. So I feel like I lived out the things that I missed in my childhood for the first few years of our marriage. Catching up on movies and TV shows and gaming, all these things that I didn't get to do, then I did them with you.
Yeah.
And it was our pastime.
Right. So we got really good at Halo playing on a split screen. So we'd always be on the same team, which is great. And we'd always play together. So whatever we were doing, it was always what's the word I'm looking for? It's
Team.
No, like
Co-op.
complementary. Everything that we did was complementary to each other. So one of the things that we found out was an advantage for us was to drive around in the Warthog, which was a truck with a gunner on the top. And Ketmia would jump on the gunner and I'd drive the
Because I, for the
truck.
life of me, could not drive that thing.
No. But I got really good at it, right? And I would use your screen, right, and my screen to see where I needed to turn, how I needed to move around. And Ketmia was a shot on that thing. Like, she was mowing people down. And so I would get a medal, right, for every kill that she would get on the game. And it was a Wheelman medal. And we had one game where it was up to 100 points, and we went the entire game without dying. We were on a Warthog that looked like the wheels were about to fall off.
Yeah.
right? But Ketmia had like 53 kills in that game. We never died. And after that, I was dubbed Wheelman. And it
Yep.
stuck. So that was kind of the beginning of our gaming, and that went for a good while.
Yes, it
we
did.
had a group that would get together,
Mm-hmm.
and we were sitting in the living room. We had headsets on and playing and running and making all kinds of noise. A kid sleeping in the other room.
And I remember we have a screenshot of us flipping because we flipped.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I was still killing people.
Where is that thing?
Who knows? Probably on Facebook.
Yeah.
But killing people upside down.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. People from the opposing team would be so angry.
Oh,
Because they would be like, get off of that thing. That's cheating. Why
We were
is it cheating?
Yeah. It was so good.
So what are we waiting for now? Interesting.
We're waiting.
21 years. So like almost 10 years later.
Mm-hmm. They are coming out with a brand new Halo.
That supposedly
it's going to be split screen.
Supposedly.
So
They have let us down enormously.
I will say one thing, though. I'm super excited because our TV is twice as big as it was when we first played.
Which is like watching on one TV
Yeah.
for yourself.
So that's going to be that's going to be awesome for us. And but from there we kind of graduated into different games, and I know that Fable was one of the games that we loved to play, and Borderlands was another.
I was also I think maybe more of a fan of Gears than you were.
Oh, Gears of War. But Gears of War was fun when we would play the Horde.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we had people that came in and played with us the different games, and we would team up and go through that, and that was a lot of fun. We had we had a lot of fun when we did gaming, and we kind of stopped. We stopped off.
We did stop, and I think it was like life was taking a different turn for us, right? And just things shifted. Our kids started gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I know you and Mikey played. Like that was a pastime for you, and for him was to play together and do all that stuff. But then it sort of shifted. It was like they were the ones who were gaming, and we felt, I don't know, maybe like we got a little old or rusty or something, right? But also, the whole gaming industry shifted as well. And it went from being share a controller with your buddy who's next to you to, and I want to say that it was not only did they start changing that to just being a single player that you can connect with other people, right? But you can't share screens anymore. Right. And I'm not really sure why they did that. If it was just purely money. Okay, that's a reason, right? But I wonder, like, how did they sell that to the public without it being, we want more money, right? What was the catch? You get to play by yourself.
Better graphics, they would concentrate more on the single player.
Maybe.
Because I would have to say that there probably wasn't as many split screen players as we thought there might have been.
Right, but you had games, because even Fable, even though the split screen for Fable was not great, it still had that option. Mm-hmm. So, but then I feel like the gaming industry wanted then to sort of pander to the people who were saying, we want to be able to play on the same screen, right? And then the Switch came out, right? Because the Switch was not only that you could take your gaming anywhere, but now you can turn it into a controller and your friend can play with you, or they can bring their Switch, and now we're bringing
everything together, and
right now we're playing together again. But still, the big games that we used to love and be a part of and all that stuff, all of that switched to single player, which would mean you and I would have to have 2 individual systems, 2 individual TVs, be in 2 different rooms,
Two
perhaps.
different games.
2 different games. It's like twice the price for everything, So I think that was also a big reason why we got off of gaming and that wasn't a thing anymore. But it's very interesting that if Halo is actually coming out with a split screen, which to me, I'm not going to believe it till I actually see it. That is going to be incredible for us to kind of go back to
into
that.
it.
Yeah. And, being that it's like we used to do that before, so we're familiar with it. It's not like we're new to gaming, but definitely not something that I think a lot of people do. Because I think you have like guys or husbands who have been gamers and they continue to game now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I feel like for you, especially because guys have the stigma, right, of they're the ones who are gaming. For you, it's different because you were never that guy who was like always playing, gaming, or anything like that.
We always played together.
Exactly. We did it together.
Which, again,
and I don't know if that would have been the case if I had been like, no, I'm not into gaming. If
I don't know if I would have gotten into it as much as we did.
I don't know because like again, and we mentioned this before, that's just how we've always done things. We do everything together.
Mm-hmm. And we've started to come back into gaming in a different way where we're watching the streams and we're like, it's kind of nostalgic for us.
Which is so weird because if you had told me, well, actually, let me go back. When our kids first discovered streaming, right? Because it was a brand new thing that was coming out and people were doing it. I could not wrap my head around how you could spend hours watching someone else play a game that you're not playing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just watching them play. I could not wrap my head around it.
It's the aspect of...
I think it's the community.
It's all the other stuff.
Right, and the interactions and all that stuff. Because now, I feel like, wow, like we've taken a huge leap from where we come from. Mm-hmm. And we're in a whole other space.
And we both enjoy whenever Sam comes on. Like we both jump on, and it's like we're able to watch him go through whatever game he's going through.
And we really started doing that to support our son and my brother, who were starting to stream. And through that, it was kind of like the introduction to that. So that's been really cool. Something new that if you had told me that 10 years ago, that'll be something fun that you'll do. That I would never have understood that.
No.
But things change. Although on a kind of like a side topic of technology, I don't know if you feel it as much as I do, but I feel like technology is blasting past me at a rate that I will never catch up. It
changes so fast.
Okay, but we were there for the birth of it. We learned how to do everything while our kids, while our parents were like, I don't understand how to, my mom, like I remember she didn't, she had to be taught how to text. Okay, she didn't want any apps on her phone because she did not know how to do that. She didn't know how to download. She didn't know streaming. And it's like, I feel like we kind of like everything that was coming up, we were learning it, right? And then all of a sudden, I don't know, but I feel like in the recent years, there has been like a new surge. And there's things that are happening now that are changing that now I feel like I'm behind. And I'm going to my kids and asking them.
When we were... To use it as an example, when we started gaming, if you went Xbox, you were all Xbox. If you were all PlayStation, you were all PlayStation. If you were Nintendo, you were all Nintendo. There was no interaction between them, and I read
cross-platform.
Right, gaming. No cross-platform. You couldn't play if you were on the PC. Everything was all separate.
You were isolated.
And now, thankfully, because of how technology has advanced, everything is across the platform. There, you can jump on with your buddy who is on a PlayStation playing game X, right? And you're on,
PC.
On PC, or you're on the Switch, or you're on the Xbox, or whatever. So that whole thing happened almost in a split second. Like you almost didn't even realize it.
Yeah. It
To
was
the
a
point-
huge advancement
Yeah,
in
to
that.
the point that it's now even said that there's no longer these console wars that I
Yeah, well,
remember.
and I'm going to tell you why there's no more console wars either. I think the consoles are uniting against the wave of PC gaming that has arrived.
Yeah.
Because even to hear it from our own kids who have been console gamers, right? To say we're abandoning the console, PC gaming is way better. And because everything's across platform,
Mm-hmm.
then it doesn't matter who they're playing with.
You can play. You know what it is that you can play on your phone and play with people who are playing on an Xbox or a PlayStation. You can do that with Among Us.
Wow.
That's insane. Who would have ever thought that you could do that?
Yeah.
So technology is running. I wonder. I think it's going to be really funny when we jump on to play Halo again. I think we're going to be. It's going to take a little while.
Well, yeah, it's going to take a little while, and I think we're rusty as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's so interesting how our parents were overwhelmed by technology, right? And I feel like there's like a threshold that you and I are going to reach of this is as much technology as we need. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of new things happening out there, but we're not on top of it anymore that we're going to have to tell our kids, "Wait, how do we do this?"
But
You know?
I think we're going to be like right on the cusp that we'll still be like we'll be older in age and still be able to use a lot of the cool technology stuff.
Well, I'll give you a great example, right, of this where I feel like I'm out of my league here. Mike, with his schooling, right, part of his program is studying VR gaming, right? And VR is something that was literally that's the future for
Right.
us. They're living it, but for us, when we talked about VR, that was fake, and that was
when we talked about VR, we talked about the Carousel of Progress at Disney,
which is my favorite ride. In case anybody
where
wants
they
to
played
know,
at the end with like a half a headset and like these gloves that
right? And
know,
it wasn't, and the graphics on the game were not
Horrible.
good because
Horrible.
they were imagining the future, okay? And Mike, when he came down to visit, the last time that he came down, he brought his set with him. And
Did you get to try it?
I did.
I wasn't here for that.
Yes,
Or
you
was
were.
I?
You fell asleep.
Yeah.
So you know, he brought it, and I had no idea like what to even expect really, because I've never tried VR before, you know, and incredible, right? He puts
it
on
was-
this headset, and
I
immediately,
you feel like you're somewhere else.
you do.
I okay, so where he set me up so that it would be easy because it was more confined of a space, he set me up in a shooting range.
Yeah, same.
Right?
He did the same to me.
And then he was explaining how there's like this space that's around you and it's marked off by this box. Just make sure you don't pass the box, whatever. He actually mapped out the room where we were. So I knew how far I could go, where I couldn't go, and whatever. And I'm wearing these things, and I was moving the character, right? And Mike says to me, he's like, march in place so that you feel as though you are actually walking, because otherwise your equilibrium is going to be really bad and you're going to feel like you're falling. It's going to feel weird. Of course, I didn't listen to him. Right? So what do I do?
Oh, of course.
I grab the virtual reality bench that's in front of me and I fall on the couch. Thank God I was facing the couch. Otherwise, I would have been on the floor or in the TV or who knows where. So I don't even know. To me, it was so funny because Mike's like, no, 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 because they can see
Right.
what you're doing,
Right,
Because you're
right.
seeing it up on the screen.
Wow.
And I went to go grab for this imaginary bench, or not a bench, yeah, like a bench,
Right.
For the shooting range, thinking that the shooting range was there.
So I've watched videos of people looking at or trying VR, and they put like zombies running at them, or whatever, something scary, right? Or they're on a ledge, whatever, right? And I've always been like, they're over exaggerating it, like it's fake. It's fake. You shouldn't react that way. But being in there, it was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. I could not believe that this is how, and that's not even really how far technology has
Right.
come, because that's just a little piece of it, right?
Well, he told me that he actually, the next time he comes, he's going to bring it because someone has created a modification to one of the programs that you can ride around in the world of Halo.
Wow.
So you can jump into the warthog
like
and
you
drive
are-
the warthog. Yeah.
You are a character in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, thinking about that, like, you can see where this could go really badly, right? Where at some point, like, will everyone in their house have a VR set, and will people not want to leave their house anymore because you can technically, imagine the world of SimCity,
Well,
or The Sims, for example, and you can be in that and have virtual relationships, virtual friendships, virtual shopping, virtual experiences. Like, who would need to travel anymore? Because you could do it virtually, right? And if the experience is enough to trick your brain that you're experiencing something real, you definitely are trading reality for something that is not. Right?
But it'll happen though.
But for some people, they're okay settling with that. And it's just like, to me, it was just a little alarming, right? Because even going back to when I was doing anatomy, one of the apps that I have, I can put the skeleton as a VR in front of me. So I can sit right there and just have a life-size skeleton in front of me, right? That I can just see. On here, okay, look, there it is, like, this is the part I'm looking at it, or height wise, where does it reach the door, or whatever. And we just saw that Microsoft is working on a program where you can virtually have people be at a meeting without there being a FaceTime. Virtual holograms of themselves.
That's weird.
Right. And so, like, that's still the future.
Yeah.
And they're working on it right now.
I think eventually, and especially, I think even...
Do you imagine our kids not coming home for Christmas for whatever reason, but we're virtually having Christmas together? I can't imagine that.
That would be really weird.
That would be really weird.
There's benefits to it.
Yeah,
right?
But also, like,
but
whoa.
It's like, it's fast.
Yeah.
It's really fast.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe we're just getting old for it.
I kind of feel like that too. Because for them, I think, like, younger people are so excited about the
Mike is
possibilities.
excited about... Mike talks about that virtual reality stuff. Like, if it's like, this is what it is. Like, if you're not here in this space, you're missing out.
I remember when drones started delivering for Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
What were they looking for? Video game players.
Yeah.
To apply for the job.
Yeah.
I even remember reading something about, do you love playing video games? The Army is looking to recruit you then.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that is insane.
Well, they have
that this
now,
kind of technology is like
now
becoming
they have
commonplace.
They have full helicopters that you fly inside of a makeshift cockpit that have all the instruments, that have everything, but there's no risk of crashing.
Of dying. You can crash it, but
right.
there's not going to be human death.
Right, no death.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Well, and even hearing about how a doctor in California can perform your surgery here in Florida through a robot. I would not trust that at all.
Well, there are a lot of operations that are done by robot.
Yeah, but the doctor's right there, not freaking across the United States in a whole other.
You imagine you have like a power outage or something?
Oh, I'm sure they prepare for stuff like that, but still. Anyway.
I think there has to be a doctor in the room for emergencies.
Yeah. Somebody else, but very
So
interesting topics today, huh?
Yeah. So that was a little bit of our gaming past.
Mm-hmm.
I think we kind of like touched on it.
What did we talk about last time that was our past?
On the last episode?
No, didn't, because I feel like we talked a little bit about our past something. Was it our past time? No. I don't remember. Or maybe
we're 18 episodes in, 19 episodes in. So we kind of forget. Plus we're getting old.
Stop it.
Oh, we talked about the record player? No.
Yeah. No, we have. We've talked. It's so funny how like we have all these conversations, and every time that I go back and I listen to one of the episodes again, I don't remember that conversation. It's like I'm listening to it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because since things are not scripted and we're just talking, then whatever we're talking about is just happening as it happens. It isn't something you have memorized or a memory of.
Yeah, like today, we just started talking. Like we just started, and
that's usually the case.
I know, but
sometimes we have like, ooh, we know what we're going to talk about today.
If we're talking about Father's Day, we know that we're going to talk about that, or Mother's Day, or 4th of July. We knew that for the 4th of July episode,
it was going to be bang.
We had to put something 4th of July in there just because that's kind of relevant to where we're at. But other than that, it's completely unscripted.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I think we not that we tried the scripted part, but we did try to plan out, like, maybe we should have, like, just an idea of topics and stuff like that. But it just doesn't work like that. Sometimes it's not what you're feeling. It's not what's happening in life right now. It's not what we want to talk about, so.
But I like it this way.
I do like it this way because this is how we talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, just like we said, we just want people to be a fly on the wall. I just realized that we created the perfect scenario here of something I would totally enjoy. I love being the fly on the wall. I know this is a terrible thing to admit live like this, but I enjoy eavesdropping. Well, is that a terrible thing to say?
I think we've made it clear that we aren't your normal cut.
No, and we're so weird. But literally, when we are out in a restaurant, there are some times where you will look at me and you will be like, "Where are you?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm like 3 tables over, listening to their arguments."
It's true though.
I just space out. I go into like autopilot
mode. Hello, Earth to Ketmia. Hello, and you're like, man. What? I'm sorry, but over there.
That's the only reason why I would want to be a spy.
It's like it looks like the mom is mad because the son came to bring them to dinner, but she doesn't like Mexican food. And then the grandmother, who I think is the mom. Well, literally,
that argument was like very loud.
It was loud.
And it was it was catching your attention. So, yikes.
Yeah.
But yikes.
If you want to know the end of that story, the mom ordered from the kids menu, and they brought her chicken fingers.
Yes.
At a Mexican restaurant.
She made a big statement
and
about.
She pouted. And she was an older lady. It was terrible.
I felt so bad for the son. Because it seemed like, hey, here I'm, like, we're hanging out with my girlfriend, and all she did was complain. No, I think
she had a ring on.
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But, didn't we talk about we like people watching as well?
Yes.
So it's a guilty pleasure. It's a secret guilty pleasure.
All right. That'll have to be for another day, though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, my gosh. And we have honey garlic chicken wings today.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I am
so
hungry.
Until the next time when you join us, next time we'll be with full bellies.
Yes. No, it won't.
No.
'Cause it'll be a week from now.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways, join us on our social media or on our website, the thisandthatchat.com or the This and That Chat on Instagram, and talk to us. Tell us whether you like it, if you do, if you don't, whatever you would like. Ketmia's raising her hand, so...
One last thing.
Ma'am, go ahead.
One last thing. Last week, we forgot to post the episode on Tuesday.
Well, we had technical difficulties.
There is no technical difficulties except our minds.
We had technical difficulties.
People, I'm going to tell you what the
age.
technical... Yes, exactly, okay? Literally, you are experiencing it live, okay? You know how when you're living, like you're a day behind, but it's a day ahead? That's what happened to us.
Well, we posted it on Tuesday, but it was 10:30 at night.
Yeah, I know, because we were thinking it was the next day. And it was just one of those misses. So whoever noticed that blunder...
Thank you for being so loyal that you came on there and you were like, these guys forgot about us this week.
But that's it. That's us.
And if you did miss it last week, then today you have 2 episodes to listen to.
Ooh, nice.
It's a 2-for-1 special.
There you go.
Anyways,
until next time,
guys. Thank you so much for coming back every single week and listening to this insanity that is our lives.
Bye now.
Bye.